In the last video, we have seen how we can define our own SD org structure. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can assign and link the different org units to each other. Before we start, please keep this picture in your mind where we have discussed before that on the top we have a company code, then we got sales organization, then under sales organization we got distribution channel and division, and also company code is linked to the plant and shipping point. So all these links we're going to create in this video. So basically here I've given you some menu paths. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the sales org to the company code and assign the distribution channel to the sales org, assign division to the sales org, we'll set up the sales area, and also assign the sales area to credit control area. Now some of these assignment you will see in this video, they are linked to the FI module and some are linked to the MM module. But in real-time environment, FI and MM consultant, they will be performing their own duty or own linkages. But in this video, just for the training purpose, I'm showing you all the things that you need to assign on your system in order to get everything working. So let me show you. So I go to the customizing and go to SPRO transaction and then SAP reference IMG, and here under enterprise structure assignment under sales and distribution, see the first one, assign sales org to the company code. So if I execute this one, here you need to search for the sales org that you have created. This is the one we have created yesterday, SD S4. Now you can see by default it's already linked to 1710 company code. Now this is because we have done the copy from 1710, and this is what I was saying in the last video, that when you copy like that, all the next level assignment will be copied as well, which will make our work easier. So here we don't need to create it, we just need to change it. So it's already copied from 1710. So what we need to do is, so I need to remove this link. So SDS4 I will assign to my company code, which is also SDS4. That one. Press enter and save. So that's the request number we created yesterday. If you do not see any request number, click on this create button and give it some name and just save and continue. And I'll say continue, done. Then go back to the next step. Here we're going to assign the distribution channel to the sales org. So let me open it. So here I need to scroll down. You can either scroll down or you can click on this position icon and search for the sales org you're searching for. I'll type SDS4, enter, and these are the SDS4 assignment. Now here you can see everything again copied from the 1710 because we have copied that. So here system copied SDS4 with distribution channel 10, 20, 90, D0. There are 4 here. So you can remove whatever you don't want to have. So for example, here I will just keep one. We can have more than one distribution channel linked to one sales organization, but here I don't want these ones. Say these one, I created 90 distribution channel, I just want to use that. So either you can delete it or you can also click on this hide checkbox. So that means system will not show you this selection option for this distribution channel when we create the transactions. So here in this case I'm going to delete it. So I will only keep SDS4 with distribution channel 90 and I'll save it. So that's only one here. If I go up, so that's only one. So save it and go back. Third, we need to assign the division to the sales org. Now the point to be noted here is when you look at the picture that I've just shown you at the start of this video, where it looked like the division is linked to distribution channel. That's how the diagram is created, but actual they're a part of sales area that I'll talk in a minute, but division is assigned to sales organization, not distribution channel. So let's see this one. So assign division to sales organization, not distribution channel. So here again I can search for it, click on position, SD S4 is my sales org. So here you can see, because of we copied from 1710, it copied all of the linkages of the division. So I'll select the one that I don't want and I'll delete it. So here all I wanted is division number 90. So I had division number 90, I had division number distribution channel number 90 linked to the sales org SD S4. So save it and go back. Now next thing is we need to set up the sales area. Now what sales area is, let me show you this picture first, then I will create a sales area. So sales area is a combination of sales organization, distribution channel and division. So we can have different combination that will be allowed. So whatever combination we create, they will be only allowed in the transaction creation. For example, here in this picture you can see we got distribution channel 1, distribution channel 2 and 5 and division 2, 3, 3 for example. Now here we can create a sales area, for example 1, 2, 3. So that's one combination. We got another sales area 1, 2, 2 and 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we got another one 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3. So if we got something like this, so user will be able to select only these sales area when they create the sales order or sales transactions, but they will not be able to create anything outside this sales area. So what I mean is, if somebody try to select 1, 5, 2 for example, which is not here as a combination, they won't be able to select it. System will show an error. So let me show you this sales area. So here we got setup sales area, open it. So again jump to click on position SDS4. So here you can see I got distribution 10. So everything is copied from the previous one. So here you can delete what you don't want to use. So here I will select. So basically all I want to use is say SD S4 with 90 and 90. That's all we need to use. So here you can see we can also use SD 90 with 70 and all that. So I don't want to use them, so I will select them and then we'll delete. There are two more. That's it. So I'll click on delete. I'll make sure I got only one left here. That's the one. STSO, that's the only we need. STS4 with 90 and 90, and I will save it. Again, you can see the option here to hide it. If you want, you can hide it as well. One more thing we need to check here is with regards to the sales area. So in the customizing SPRO, if you go to the sales and distribution master data, and here define common distribution channel and define common division. Now what that means is I'll talk more about in a separate video in more detail, but for now, just for this purpose, open the first one, which is distribution channel, and if I search for my sales org, here you can see this entry here, this one. So make sure whatever sales area you want to use, make sure you have that entry here. If you don't have that entry here, you might get some sort of error while creating the business partner. So make sure you have, for example, I want to use SDS4 with distribution channel 90 and division 90. So here, this setting is only for distribution channel, and next one is I'll show you, which is for division. So here I'm entering 90 and 90 for distribution channel. In the next screen, I'll show you in a minute where I will enter 90, 90 for division. Now all other entries, if you see any other entry here for SDS4, that means they are coming from the copy code. That means if you copy from another sales organization, then all the entries will be copied here. So make sure you have this entry here, whatever sales area you want to use. So that's for distribution channel, and this one for division. So if I go to SD/S4, this one, so make sure your sales area, your desired sales area, you have sales organization and division here. In my case is 90 and 90 here. So we'll talk more about these settings later on in another video. So please make sure you have this setting. Now that's the sales area, and one more thing we need to do is, which is the accounting side of this, assign the sales area to the credit control area. So basically we need to go through this menu path: financial supply chain management, credit management, and I'll show you. You go to financial supply chain management, and then credit management, integration with account receivable, accounting and sales and distribution, and integration with sales and distribution. And here you can see assign sales area. The sales area we have just created, we need to link it to a credit control area. So let me execute that. So here I can search for SD/S4, enter. So here you can see this is already linked to credit control area 1000. So 1000 is the standard one, which is one of the financial org unit. So just use the standard one. We don't need to maintain a new one, but make sure there is one assignment here. For example, in my case, I got this assignment SD/S4 90, 90 and 1000. That's all we need to make sure. Now this is also copied from 1710, but we need to make sure it's there. Now after this assignment, we need to go to some other assignments. So what they are basically, we need to assign the plant to company code, we need to assign the shipping point to plant, and we need to also check the shipping point determination and OBKB9 account assignment. So let me show you this one. So I'll go back to the enterprise structure and then assignment, and under logistic journal, so first one is assign plant to company code. So here we're going to assign plant to company code. Open this. So here I can search for my company code SD/S4, which is not there. Okay, because the thing is we have copied from 1710. So 1710 was linked to this one. So we need to remove this assignment and we need to link SD/S4 with plant SD/S4. So the point to be noted here is this is only one-to-one assignment possible. These are those green points I was talking about in the previous video, that only one company code can be linked to one plant. So what that means is here you can see one link, but if I try to create another link, for example, if I say SD/S4 company code link to SD/S4 plant, you can see there's an error at the bottom. So if I click on the error message, it's saying this plant is already assigned, so it doesn't allow you to assign another one. So to fix it, we need to delete the entry and create a new entry. So I'll say yes, I want to delete, go back. So search for SD/S4 again, select this entry, delete, and just say yes and press enter and click new entry, and same thing, SD/S4 link to SD/S4 company code link to S. So again there is another error because we did not save it. So first we need to save the deleted entries, and then system will allow me to enter a new one. So now if I enter SD/S4 with SD/S4 plant, press enter, now you can see I can do this. So save it, go back. So that's a link between plant and company code that we have created. Now we need to assign the shipping point to the plant. So that's under logistic execution. Assign shipping point to plant. Open this. Now this is a little bit different screen, but that's fine. Here you scroll down and search for the plant that we have created. So we created SD S4. So I need to scroll down. So here we got SD S4. So here you can see SD S4 is linked to all these shipping points. So because we copied from the other one, so we don't want to use other shipping points. We just want to use the one shipping point, which is SD S4. So I'll delete all other assignments. So put the cursor on the one that you want to delete and click on this delete. It doesn't allow me to delete this one. Let me try the other one first. Okay, these are also assigned to the picking location. Now what picking location is, we'll discuss later on. But in this one, you can see it doesn't allow me to delete it because there's some other customizing done. So we need to remove those customizing first. If I click on question mark, maybe it will show us more details. So I need to delete those customizing first, and then system will allow me to delete it. So here, if I click on this customizing link, let me see if I can do it here. Otherwise, I'll do it later on. Assign picking location. So here we need to delete these entries, and then system will allow me to delete it. For example, there was one. There are a lot of assignments, so I might delete it later on, but I'll cancel this for now. So for now, what we'll do, let me close it. Let me go back. So for now, I'll keep all these shipping points, that's fine. So, but in the determination, I'll talk about the determination later on, but for now, I'll just use the same as it is, and I'll see if I can delete the other entries later on after this video, and so that we can have only one. But there's no harm if you still have more than one here. You still will be able to create the transaction master data that we'll see later on. So that's your shipping point to plant assignment. And after that, we got shipping point determination. What shipping point determination is, let me show you. This, I will create a separate video for the shipping point determination, but for now, quickly, in order to get the things working, I just want to show you this one. Logistic general and shipping and basic shipping functions, and this one shipping point and goods receiving point determination. Open that, and this one assign shipping points. So I will execute that. So here, if I scroll down, you can see. Now I'll talk in more detail in the later video what is this shipping point determination and what that means. But for now, what we need to make sure is wherever you see the STS4 entry, for example this one, let me set this one. So here you can see, because system copied the data, it copied the shipping point as well. So here you make sure wherever you see SDS4, make sure you assign the shipping point as SDS4. Save it. So there should be some more entries. So that's the one entry. I'll unselect that. Let me go up. So that's another one, SDS4. Then scroll down. That's the next one, STS4. Then scroll down again. That's the one, STS4. That's another one, STS4. Let me save it before I move further. Click on save button, scroll down. That's another one. There are a couple more. So that's how I need to do it. So there are a couple more that I might do after this, once I complete this video. Just to save the time, I'll just finish here and I'll do the rest later on. I'll save it and go back. But in your case, you just need to change all of them. So that's the shipping point determination. Again, as I said, I'll talk more about it, what that means in a separate video later on. Next is there's a transaction called OKB9. You need to run it. So /n OKB9. So here what we need to do is, you will find that system will not be doing this entry. This is a financial FICO consultant, you can say, customizing. But here if I scroll down, you will see there are company codes here, but you won't see the company code that we have created STS4. So you can see it's not there. It's not here. So you need to copy the data from 1710 to STS4. So here what we need to do, so whatever you see, for example, we have copied 1710 company code. So what we need to do is, there are a lot of entries for 1710 actually. So here we are. So you need to select all the 1710 entries. Select. If you skip this step, so in order to select it, you can press the shift button if you want to select more than one. For some reason it's not selecting more than one. So let me select like this. It should select more than one, but for some reason it's not. So basically what we need to do is, we need to select these entries and copy them. Let me do one more try if I can. You know, for some reason it doesn't allow me to select more than one. I'll check later on. Okay, so basically what we need to do is we need to copy all those entries. And in my system, again, depending on what customizing is there in your system, you can see earlier I created a ZZ13 company code that I used for the demo, the first video, second video I guess. And these were the I was facing issue with the cost element with these numbers, so I just created two of them. Again, depending on what cost element error you get, So in this case, but in your case you need to select all and copy, but in my case I'll just copy one or two and I'll copy others later on. So here we go. Here I'll select, just I'll randomly select one, click on the copy button, and here enter your company code, which is SDS4, and press enter, save. There's a warning. Whenever you see a warning, yellow color message at the bottom, that means it's a warning. Press enter and it will disappear. If it's error red color, you can't skip it. So here you can see one entry. Same way you need to do other entries, but for now I will just copy, I'll show you one more, and then I will do others later on after I finish this video. So here we are. So I'll select, say, this one and click on copy, and here select SDS4, press enter. This warning again, press enter, save. Okay, so make sure you do this entry, and then we got this one is done. And here's the last bit. We need to do some other settings. We need to make sure it's there in order for all the transaction to work. Now there's a transaction called MMPV, which is the posting along the which we need to allow the posting period for the previous month, that I'll show you. Sorry, MMRV. Then we got MMPV, OMS2. Let me show you one by one. So MMRV, let me go to transaction MMRV. So here we are, MMRV. Enter company code SDS4, enter. Make sure this is ticked. Now this is already ticked here because this is copied from the 1710 copy code. So that's done. Then MMPV. So MMPV is one of the most important transaction, because you need to remember this, because you need to fix this every month in your system. So MMPV is, when you open MMPV, is saying close period for material master record. So this financial guys, what they do, the consultants, they need to close it, the period for the previous month, and open for the new months. For example, if I enter SDS4, so here if you need to just check it, here there are three options: close period only, check period only, check and close. So here if I say just check and enter your today's date, so first of every month you need to do it, otherwise you will get some posting period error. So here I'll enter a date here, and if I just make sure I check only, so it's saying it's all good, saying period closed, log issued, date and this, check period only. So basically first of next month I need to come back to this transaction. Here I will enter the first of the next month's date, whatever the current date is, and here select this checkbox and then execute. If I do it now with the future date, it will show it will cause some other errors, but this transaction you need to come back every month, and if you're getting posting period error, and to fix it every month here. So that's MMPV. So I would advise you to save this transaction in your favorite, in the, like I've shown you before, because this is something we'll be using all the time. So here if I right click, insert transaction, MMPV, save. So this will be easy. Next is OMS2. OMS2 is, if I go to OMS2, so basically where the material type customizing is, so we need to make sure our plant are correctly set up for the material type we're going to use. Now what is material type? Whenever we create a material, we select the material type, whether it's a raw material, it's a finished good, it's a spare part, it's a trading goods, like that. So in our training I'll be using the finished products, but when you talk about MM module, PP module, they create different types of material, like raw material, finished products, semi-finished products. So they mostly using this customizing, but for now, for us, we just need to maintain finished product, which is FERT, F-E-R-T. So select this one and double click on quantity value updating, and here search for your plant. Click on position. There's a warning, press enter, SDS4. Here make sure the quantity update and value update is ticked, this one and this one. So you need to make sure, like here it's not ticked, you need to make sure it's ticked for your plant. So if it's ticked, all good. So if you want to create other material type like trading goods, you need to do the same for all of them. So double click on it and again jump to STS4 and it's ticked. So that's all good. Just make sure this is there. Then you need to go to OB40. What OB40 is, in OB40 basically you need to scroll down here and search for input text and output text. If I scroll down, these settings should be there in your system as well, but sometimes what happens is if some other users they have changed the setting, you will get some other errors. So make sure before you start. So input text, put the cursor here and go to click on rules. It's asking me what is the charts of account. Now in my system, if I search for all the charts of account, in my system this chart of account is assigned Y COPA. I'll show you where this link is, but in your system it could be something else. I'll show you where you can find it. And then make sure this text code is ticked and then click on posting key and make sure there's some numbers here. If you can't find any number, just enter this 40-50 numbers here. And then this is for input text. Same thing we need to do for output text. There's one called output text GST. We don't need that. We need the other one. That's one, sorry, I missed that before. So select this again, go to rules, make sure this is ticked and click on posting key and make sure this is saying 40 and 50. So that's you need to make sure. And if you need to find out what is the charts of accounting to a company code, so go to SPRO in the customizing menu and then you need to go to financial accounting and financial accounting global setting, I guess. Let me check. Not this one. Yeah, this one, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, GL account creation and processing. Not this one. You can also do a control F. Yeah, this one under preparation, assign company code to charts of account. If I open this, you can see if I search for, click on position STS4, you can see if I select this entry, YCOA is linked to my chart of account. So in your system you can check which is the one assigned, because this is all copied from 1710 when I created my company code. So everything is copied. So this is again a FICO or units, so we can just use the standard one in this system. Now another thing I want to show you, once you have done all the customizing, go to the enterprise structure and here under assignment and under sales and distribution, I think I missed that. sorry, here it is, not in this menu. So here you can see the last one, consistency check. If I open this one, you can see check enterprise structure for sales and distribution. So just in case if you miss something, you can verify here. If I click on execute, and he's saying what you want to check. You want to check sales organization, for example. You want to check address exist, sales area created, distribution channel, what things you want to check, division, what things you want to check, sales office. As I said before, sales office is optional, sales groups is optional, we're not using them. Shipping point, if the shipping points are assigned or not, address exists or not. So everything you can see, same thing for plant, and you can click on execute, and that's basically for all the sales org basically. So he's saying for sales org, no error exists. Scroll down, distribution channel, no error. Division, no error, but there's one error for division. Division S1 is not allocated to distribution to sales organization. So if something you missed, you can see that here. You can see sales area, this does not exist, stuff like that. So we're only using one sales area, so we don't have to worry about others. So here you can scroll down again, so you can see all the errors. Shipping point, somebody created shipping point B417, is saying no shipping point are allocated. Now I've already shown you how to allocate them, and if you have done, you should be fine. If you miss something, you can come back here and make sure you only look for the name of the org units that you have created. So here is saying address of plant 1210 is incomplete, so we don't have to worry about 1210. We only worried about SDS4. So this is a good checkpoint for the consistency check. Now here we come. We need to now go to the OB40 we have done. Next is we need to go to this customizing setting. Make sure this is there. So go to SPRO logistic invoice verification and incoming invoice. So here logistic invoice verification, incoming invoice, and then we got maintain default values for code. So make sure when you open this, so here you will see this my company code SDS4. Select that and click on this detail button, or you can also double click on it. Here make sure you have some entry for text code. Here by default it copied T1 or something, I1, sorry. So make sure there's some entry here. If this is blank, make sure you make some entry here. You can also enter, you can search for something from here, and because this I1 is a standard one, just make sure you have this entry here. And now we got the last one, which is OMX1, OMX3 transaction. Now these transactions are customizing transaction. /n, again you need to use /n if you're not on the home screen. So /n will take you to the home screen. So OMX1, enter. Here you search for your company code, SDS4 entry. So that's the one, SDS4 entry. So make sure this is a green light, and make sure, other thing you need to make sure is you need to enter here, this is again F5 setting, enter here 2 is transaction based, and make sure you check this box, which is ML material ledger account. So check this box, enter 2 here and save it. So just select your transport request. So that's one. And other transaction is we need to do is OMX3, and here search for your company code again, SDS4. So here you can find SDS4, that's the one, and make sure this is green and this is saying 001, because this is already copied from the previous one, so it looks all good. So that's fine. Now the last one is, after you have done all these, then run a transaction called CKM start. That will sync everything that you have done. CKM start, enter your plant here. So here my plant is SDS4. Here there's a test run and there's a background job, background processing. So just if you want, you can test run it first, but in my case I will just execute it. So looks all good. You can scroll down, and here system is showing some logs, so all green lights, so that looks good. So that will finish all the setup for the org structure. So that's all about this one. So now we'll create some master data and transaction in the next videos. So thank you very much to watch this.